Hey guys, this is Chris with strat-o-matic Delaware, and we are bringing you Thursday night dead ball. Well, it's been dead ball pretty much every night for the last 2 weeks, except when I have been either on the way back from or recovering from opening day. But we've got a really good doubleheader for you guys. Derek, Dodgers Royal fan, and I've got your game going to come up after this, Derek. So looking forward to playing with it. Advanced with the new cards. Just, it's great. I love it. But here we have the final 2-game series for the White Sox. They are 7-11, and they are pretty much out of the running at this point, not even for second place. Detroit is 8-8. And here are the standings. Detroit is 8-8. They're 3 games behind Philadelphia, 2 games behind Pittsburgh in second. Chicago has a chance to play spoiler here and knock the Tigers out of it. So let us see how this goes. Ken Castro, welcome. We is going to play some dead ball. Let's get on this. Donnie Bush leading off for the Tigers, 5-7. Lefty Williams on the hill for the White Sox. That's ground ball. Second X. Collins is a 1-15. That is out. And after this, not long after this, we're going to have 2017 Dodgers visiting the 2017 Royals advanced ball play. Wahoo Sam Crawford, 3-5 against Williams is a single. Ty Cobb, right fielder. In this league anyway, fly ball center field, that is 2 away. Lefty Williams would like to get out of this inning. 5-12. George Moriarty off Williams' card, grounder to first. So that takes us to the bottom of the first inning. Ed Cocky Collins, Schoolboy, the professor, leading off for the White Sox. 7-11 is their win-loss record. Ed Farmer Willett on the hill for the Tigers. 4-8 flies out to center. That is 1 away. Bucky Weaver, third bagger. 5-6 on Willett's card will be a double. Bucky Weaver on second base, 1 away. Shoeless Joe, 351 in 1919, will swing. Fly ball to center. That is out number 2. Chick Gandil, first baseman, 6-6, and catches the 1-star single split. Advances Weaver to third. He gets held there. 2 outs, man at the corners. Hat Felsch. I got a window. I need to get off my computer. We'll do this first. 3-6. And catches a single split, RBI single. 1-star Gandil moves to second. White Sox are on the board. 2 outs. First and second, Nemo Leibold against Ed Farmer Willett. 3-7. Grounder to first. That's going to end the inning. White Sox play to run. So we're going to go to the top of the second as soon as, oh, it's off my window. I don't have to worry about it. Yay! Happiness is computer doing the work for itself. All righty. Leading off, Tom Jones, first baseman against Lefty Williams. 6-9 on Williams' card is a single. Oscar Stanage, catcher. 4-9 on Williams' card, and that is a 2-star single. No outs, men at the corners. Jones gets around to third. Matty McIntyre. Tigers call in, field in. 3-9 single. RBI single for McIntyre. Stanage will hold at second. Tigers tie it up. Jim Delahanty. 3-10 pops it up behind second base. Easy play for Eddie Collins. That is 1 away. Men at first and second. Ed Willett at the plate. He's going to lay it down. Does so successfully. That is 1 for sack. Moves the runners up. Stanage to third. McIntyre to second. Back to the top of the order. Donnie Bush. 2 outs. 5-9 flies to center. And 1 run is all the Tigers can manage, but that's enough to tie the ball game up. We go to the bottom of the second. Ray Schalk leading off for the White Sox. Catcher, number 7 in the order, followed by Swede Risberg and starting pitcher Lefty Williams. Willett on the mound for the Tigers. 4-8 fly ball to center field. Wahoo Sam Crawford makes the catch. Swede Risberg. 1-4 pops it up behind third. Easy play for George Moriarty. Gets underneath it and makes the catch of the pop-up. 2 outs, Lefty Williams swinging at the plate. 5-8 on Willett's card will be a grounder to short. X. Bush is a 1 with a 12, and that's an error on Bush. Lefty Williams on first base. Eddie Cocky Collins comes to the plate. 2-4 one-star single. Advances Williams to second. Bucky Weaver doubled his last time up. 4-8 on Willett's card. Flies out to center to end the inning. No runs scored. Tie ball game at 1 going to the top of the third. Wahoo Sam Crawford second in the order. Center fielder leading off, followed by Ty Cobb and George Moriarty. Lefty Williams on the hill. Here's the pitch. 6-10 on his card. Deals to Crawford. Single to lead off his second base hit of the game. Ty Cobb. They're going to put the hold on Crawford. Takes him to a 111. Cobb's going to swing. 377. Great batter. 3-5 and just misses high on the split. Does get a double. Crawford at third. 115. Rounding third. Headed home. Scores. Tigers take a 2-1 lead. Ty Cobb with the run batted in. George Moriarty, third baseman. Cobb at second. 6-2. Grounder to first. Runners will advance, so that's going to be a 3-4. Cobb gets to third. 1 out. I'm feeling lucky. Cobb's going to steal home. Doesn't make it. Stolen base X. Something Ty Cobb would have tried to do. You know what? Geez. And now I got a spinny. What is going on there? Everything okay with the audio and the video, guys? Hope it is. Now we're going to keep going. Tom Jones, first baseman, 2 out. 5-6. Fly ball to right. Ends the inning. Never know if that may come back and cost the Tigers at some point, but they do have a 2-1 lead. We go to bottom of the third. Shoeless Joe Jackson leading off for the White Sox. Will be followed by Chick Gandil and Hap Felsch. 4-12, Ed Willett, his card, fly ball to right. That's going to be Cobb is a 2 with a 15. Cobb, single and an error. Bad throw, makes it through to third. So Jackson, single. E9 on the play. Don't see any responses, guys. Do I have good audio and good video? I just want to make sure you guys are picking me up all right. Chick Gandil facing Ed Willett. 5-8. Grounder to short. That's going to be Donnie Bush. It's an X, so he is a 1 with an 8. And he gets the play to Gandil. 6-3. Able to check Jackson at second. That is 1 away. Hap Felsch, center fielder. 3-8. Single. That gets Jackson to third. Jackson's a 1-14. Jackson just makes it in. Runs Stanage over. to get to the plate. Stanage trying to block the plate, drops the ball from the impact. So that is an RBI single for Hap Felsch. It is an unearned run. Well, not an unearned run yet. We shall see how this goes. Nemo Leibold, 4-9, pops out to short, and now it is definitely an unearned run because that would be the third assumed out. We've got Ray Shaw, catcher. Willett's card, 5-12, grounder to first. That'll end the inning. White Sox tie it up 2-2. At the top of the fourth, Oscar Stanage, catcher, leading off. 6 in the order, followed by Matty McIntyre, Jim Delahanty. 1-4, and that is a leadoff single, second base hit he's gotten in this game from Lefty Williams. Starting pitcher still on the hill for the White Sox. Matty McIntyre facing Williams, 3-9, a single, knocks Stanage to second, where he will be held there. Jim Delahanty, second baseman, 6-4. That'll be off Williams' card. That's going to be a strikeout. Swinging at the knee cheese. Men at first and second brings up Ed Willett. Willett is going to lay down the bunt again. Willett is going to do it successfully again. 5-4 sack, the 2-out bunt. Moves them around. Forgot to mark that earlier. And that brings us to Donnie Bush, top of the order. Hold on just a second. I really am suspecting the way things are operating at the moment. Because I can see what I am doing on the screen, but there have been some swirly little circle things on the screen, so I just want to make sure it's running good. All right, Derek, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, back to the game, no distractions. Donnie Bush, 5-7 on Lefty Williams' card, grounder to second X. Collins is a 1 with a 12. That is going to be enough to end the inning, 4-3. No runs scored for Detroit. They get a couple guys in position, but nothing comes up. But we go to the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the order, pretty much. Swede Risberg leading off, followed by Lefty Williams, and back up to Eddie Collins. Risberg, 6-3. Ed Willett still on the hill for the Tigers. His card, left field X. Matty McIntyre is a 2 with a 4 with a fly out, 1 away. Lefty Williams, 6-7. And Williams is on with a single. Pitcher helping his own cause. I so love that. Eddie Collins gonna swing away and does so with a 2-star single. Advances Williams to third. Bucky Weaver, 3-10 against Willett, 1 away. Bottom of the fourth, grounder to first. They're able to get Collins at second. Back over to first, not in time. However, nope, runners hold. So they are able to check Williams at third. Pitcher not able to make it in home. That is 2 away. Shoeless Joe Jackson, 1-11, pops it up behind second base. Easy play for Jim Delahanty, gets underneath it, makes the catch. No runs scored. Tied at 2 going to the top of the fifth. And we have Super Sport 22,000 loud and clear. Thank you for the report. Glad you could make it to the chat. I hope all is well with you, good sir. Got some dead ball baseball rolling tonight. Strat-o-matic basic. We go to the top of the fifth. Your score, 1909 Detroit Tigers, 1919 Chicago White Sox, tied at 2. Wahoo Sam Crawford leading off. Lefty Williams on the hill for the White Sox, 5-7, grounder to second. Collins is a 1 with a 1. That is out number 1. Stops Crawford's streak of 2 singles right there. Ty Cobb flew to left. RBI double his last time up. 2-4. Grounder to first. That's going to be 2 away. George Moriarty, third baseman, 4-5 on Williams' card, will be a ground to second base. Collins gets it over to Gandil, out number 3, and the Tigers are retired in order. That will bring us to the bottom of the inning, the Chicago White Sox. Jerry Ball, welcome to the chat. Glad you were able to make it, sir. Got some dead ball rolling. And then in a little while after this doubleheader, we're going to have a little bit of Derek Dodgers Royals baseball going. 2017 Dodgers at the Royals. We are bottom of the 5th. Chet Gandil, first baseman for the Sox, leading off. Ed Willett still on the hill. His card, 6-7, low on the split. That'll be a leadoff single for Gandil, his second base hit of the game. Chicago starts the bottom of the 5th well. Hat Felsch, 6-10 off Willett's card. Fly ball to center field. That is 1 away. He had gotten 2 base hits in his first 2 at-bats. Nemo Leibold grounded to first and popped a short his last time up. 5-3 off Willett's card. Ground ball back to the box. X. Willett's a 2 within 11. And he boots it. Not able to make the play anywhere. So Leibold reaches. Gandil moves to second. Willett with the error. That is 3 errors so far charged to the Tigers in this relatively young game. Ray Schock catcher. Willett on the hill. 1-6 on Schock's card will be a ground ball to third. They're able to catch Leibold at second, over to first, and it was a bad relay. Schock beats it by a step. Gandil gets the third. It's 1-6 third. 5-4 fielder's choice. Brings us to Swede Risberg. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Go ahead, run 90 feet away. Here is the pitch from Ed Farmer. Willett, 4-10, fly to center, X. Crawford is a 2 with a 12, and that will be a fly ball to end the inning. No runs scored for the White Sox. We go to the top of the 6th. All tied up at 2. Tom Jones, first baseman, will lead off for the Tigers, being followed in order by Oscar Stanage, catcher, Matty McIntyre, left fielder. Lefty Williams on the hill for the White Sox. 3-8, lead off single, his second base hit of the game. Oscar Stanage, catcher, is going to lay down the bunt. 10, that did not go so well. That is a 1-6 on the bunt. So Stanage is on first, 1 away. Matty McIntyre is going to swing for it. 5-6 on Lefty Williams' card. Fly ball to right field. That is out number 2. Brings us to Jim Delahanty, second baseman, 232 batter. 5-6 on Williams' card. Fly to right. And that's going to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And leading off is going to be Lefty Williams. Forecast any games. All righty, here we go. Lefty Williams leading off. Facing Ed Willett. 5-8. Both starters still in the game. Willett's card. That is a Donnie Bush X. He's a 1 with a 16. The shortstop scoops it up, gets it over to Tom Jones, out number 1. Routine ground ball there. Eddie Cocky Collins, second baseman. Facing Ed Farmer. Willett, 4-9 on Willett's card. Pops it up behind short. Donnie Bush gets underneath it, makes the play. That is 2 away. Bucky Weaver, third baseman, facing Willett. 1-12. Lines out to third. Plus possible injury. 3. He's staying in the game. He shakes it off. So that is 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 7th, 2-2 ball game. I don't see Al Red Sox fan in here yet. Just so you know, Derek, if Al shows up, we're going to be pushing this game back to about 9:30. Leading off for the Tigers, Ed Farmer. Willett, 3-9. Off his own Pitcher's hitting card, grounder to first. That is 1 out. We go to the top of the order, Donnie Bush. 6-3 on Lefty Williams card, catcher card X. Shock is a 1 with a 4. Safe at first on a dropped pop-up. Not an error. Very well. Here we go. Let us see. Sam Crawford, Wahoo Sam, 1 away, 1 man on, 1-8 facing Lefty Williams. Pops out to first. That is out number 2. And if any of you guys are just watching this game casually, not in the chat, please come in and join us. We've got a great bunch of guys in here talking baseball, picking on me. Come on in and have some fun with us. I invite you into the chat room if you have the capability to do so. Ty Cobb, 2 outs, man on, 3-9. Single advances Bush to third. Men at the corners, top of the 7th. Lefty Williams has got a little bit of a situation. Tigers with some business. George Moriarty, 1-4, grounds it back to the box, and that is going to end the inning. Tigers cannot capitalize, so we go to the bottom of the 7th at the old ball game. Shoeless Joe Jackson. How did I get them there? You go there. What are you doing? All right, here we go. Bottom of the 7th. Shoeless Joe, 1-7, leads off with a single. Chick Gandil, first baseman, 3-6, man on first. 2-star single. Jackson is around to third. Men at the corners. Bottom of the 7th, no outs. Farmer Willett wants to get out of this one. They're going to call the infield in. Hap Felsch is going to put the squeeze on. 7, I don't think. Nope, batter pops out. Runners hold. So that is what batter pops out to the catcher. P2. Runners hold. Felsch tried to put the squeeze on. Nemo Leibold is going to be swinging on Willett's pitch. 5-5 on Willett's card. Fly ball to right. That is out number 2. Runners will hold. Men at the corners. Farmer may get out of this. Ray Schalk, 282 batter. He is swinging. 1-10. Pops it up to short. Donnie Bush gets underneath it. The White Sox are unable to capitalize. First and third, no outs. Plate, no runs. All righty, here we go. Top of the 8th. Tom Jones, first baseman for the Tigers. Lefty Williams is still on the hill, 6-4, and Jones strikes out. Williams freezes him with the 1-2 high and inside, just catches the corner. Oscar Stanage, catcher, 2-6, grounder to short, easy play, scooped up by Risberg, gets it over to Gandil. That's 2 outs. Matty McIntyre, left fielder, 5-4 off Williams' card, fly ball to center field. Hap Felsch is back. It's an X. He's a 1 with a 12, gets underneath it, smacks his mitt, makes the catch. Tigers retired in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 2-2 ball game. Yep, Lefty Williams is going strong. So is Ed Willett. Bottom of the order up for the White Sox. Sweet Risberg. Williams, I think, is going to be batting. It doesn't look like Gleason's looking to replace him yet. And then Eddie Collins, 6-3 on Willett's card. Fly to left field X. McIntyre's a 2 with a 15. And that is a single and an error. Risberg on second. E7. That is 4 errors for Detroit in this game. And only 1 unearned run. Very fortunate. Flip the right card. For the Tigers, they're still in this with this many errors. Ed Willett facing Lefty Williams. Williams is going to lay down the bunt. Not good. Pops out the first. Runners hold. 1 away. Could have been worse. They've still got Risberg on second. Eddie Cocky Collins facing Ed Willett. 4-7 on Willett's card. Draws a walk. Gets in line behind Risberg. 2 men on. First and second. Bucky Weaver 1 away. Bottom of the 8th. 3-9 fly ball to center field. Runners will hold their stations. Brings us to Joe Jackson. 1, 2 outs. No earned runs possible. Well, that depends. Yeah. No, that's a single. So there's still a possibility for earned runs if there are enough base hits. 5-9. Willett's card. Nope. Ground ball to second is going to end it. No score since the 3rd inning for either team. Jerry Ball will be right back. Jim Delahanty, second baseman. Leading off top of the 9th for the Tigers. Bottom of the order for Detroit. 6-9. And leads off with a single. And they are going to pinch hit for Ed Willett. So we'll put him up there. Take out the pitcher's hitting card. Who are we going to bring in and bat for the Daniel Striped Tigers? Davy Jones is a good standby for a pinch hitter. So Davy Jones it is. Will it, just in case it goes there, and it will actually. He's done Jones pinch hitting. He is a 116 base runner, B Steeler, facing Lefty Williams. 1-8, and that is a single for Jones. Delahanty rounding second, 1-14, makes it into third. Men at the corners for the Tigers. Top of the 9th. Donnie Bush. Swinging at Williams' pitch. 2-5. Fly ball to left field. It is back. Close to the wall. Shoeless Joe makes the catch, and off goes Delahanty. He is going to score. Tigers take a 3-2 lead. Top of the 9th. 1 out. Davy Jones still on first. Wahoo Sam Crawford at the plate. Lefty Williams has given up his 3rd run here in the 9th. 2-9 double. Jones around to third. Jones scores. 4-2 Tigers, and that's going to be it for Lefty Williams, I do believe. So let's see. Willett went 8. Lefty Williams went 8 and a third. Williams is coming out. I'll make some changes here, folks, and we will continue with the game as soon as possible. It's like Bill James is going to come in and pitch for the White Sox. Crawford is no longer there. So James is going to be pitching. Ty Cobb at the plate, 1 out, man on second, 1-7, and an RBI single for Ty Cobb, 5-2 Tigers. There it goes. George Moriarty, first baseman, man at first, 1 out, top of the 9th, 4-7 on James Card, grounder to second X. Collins is a 1 with a 6, able to double up on Cobb. 4-6-3. Tigers have done it. They've scored 3 in the top of the 9th. So that's going to take us to the bottom of the 9th, and we're going to have a new pitcher for the Tigers facing Chick Gandil, number 4 in the order. Who is going to pitch for the Tigers? I see George Suggs coming into the game. Suggs. Bottom of the 9th. Do or die for the White Sox. 3, 8, grounder to short, out number 1. That's going to bring us to Hap Felsch. George Suggs stares in. Yes, the Tigers need this, Kenny. They really do. 3, 9 on Felsch's card, and a double for the center fielder. And this is how it begins. Nemo Leibold, right fielder, facing Suggs. 2, 4, pops up behind first base. That is 2 away. Ray Shaw, catcher. This is it. All the beans. 1, 3, ground ball hit to second base. Scooped up by Jim Delahanty. Gets the relay over to Tom Jones. Out number 3. Tigers win the first game. 5-4. 5-2. Sorry about that. 5-2. Let's get this cleaned up and ready for game number 2. And then we will do some stats here real quick. Number 2, Kerr is a 4. Yeah, let's pick these up. Put them where they belong. Dickie Kerr will be up there. The Kerr. And who is pitching? Ed Summers takes a 1. Yeah, Ed Summers takes 1 with his coffee. Alrighty. Jones back in the dugout. So let's move these guys over here and do us some stats. Alrighty. 1 inning there, 0.2. James came in after the loss. Loss is charged to Lefty Williams. Suggs comes in afterwards. So the pitcher on record is Ed Willett. He gets the win. Save goes to Suggs. Jerry, Kenny, whoever, anybody in the chat, please check me on that and make sure that is the way I am seeing that. Let's get some, let's see, 5-2. 4 errors for Detroit. And somehow they still managed to pull it off. So let's get the batting. Donnie Bush is 1 of 4. The run batted in, sacrifice fly. We have Sam Crawford. He is 3 of 5. 2 runs, 1 batted in, double. Ty Cobb is 3 of 5. 2 runs batted in, a double, caught stealing because he's an arrogant jerk. George Moriarty, not an arrogant jerk, just arrogant. 0 for 5 for the third bagger. Tom Jones is 2 of 4. Run scored. Strikeout. Oscar Stanage, 2 of 4. That's an RBI for Matty McIntyre. 2 of 4. Run batted in. Fielding practice for them guys. Yes, it is. He got that right. 4 errors. Dear Lord. Super sport. I love playing these old teams. I really do. Jim Delahanty, 1 of 4. Run scored, strikeout. We have Ed Willett is 0 for 1 with 2 sacrifice hits. And Davy Jones, 1 for 1, run scored. So that is 7, 9, 11, 13, 15 hits for the Tigers. Gah. James gave up 1 hit, 1 run. It was not an earned run, not his responsibility. So that means 14 hits by Lefty Williams. Gave up 4 runs. All 5 runs were his, so they are the earned. Struck out 2, no walks, no homers. So let's go to the White Sox. Eddie Collins. 2 of 4 with a walk. Bucky Weaver, 1 of 5 with a run scored and a double. Shoeless Joe, 2 of 5 with a run scored. Chick Gandil, 3 of 5. Oh, that'd be the way to do it. I mean, Super Sport 22,000 said he had a coach in high school 10 laps at the next practice after an error in a game. Yeah, I mean, any time you've got an organized sport like that, I mean, if you want to play, you got to go to the next practice, and there are ways to deter poor play, to encourage good play. Don't make me run laps the next practice. You know how to do that. Don't commit an error. Willett or Cobb MVP? I mean, Cobb, 3 for 5, 2 RBIs, and that double, but he prevented scoring a run. However, Cobb is good. Let's see what Willett does once we get done with the batting here for Chicago. We go to Hap Felsch. He's 3 for 5. 2 runs batted in and a double. We have Nemo Leibold, 0 for 5. 0 for 5, Ray Schalk. 0 for 4, Swede Risberg. Nope, 1 for 4. Reached second on the error. And Lefty Williams, 1 of 4. So that's 2, 8, 11, 13 hits. Suggs gave up 1 hit and nothing else in his inning of relief. And am I correct on that, Kenny? Willett is the pitcher of record. When the winning runs were scored, he gets the win. Suggs pitched the bottom of the 9th and gets the save. I think that is correct. Concentration improvement, he called it. Yeah, we're going to improve your concentration is right, Super Sport. Concentration improvement. That's awesome. I love that. So 12 hits go to Ed Willett. He allowed both runs. Only 1 was earned. And here comes the whiteout. One run earned. Issued 1 walk. No strikeouts. No strikeouts for Ed Willett. No homers. So there we go, guys. Players of the game. Ed Willett, 8 innings, gave up 12 hits. I mean, Willett's success was the defense in the field. That was Willett's success. Even though the defense in the field committed 4 errors. Ty Cobb went 3 for 5, 2 runs batted in, and a double. Sam Crawford went 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a double. What do we got? Players of the game. Let's hear some votes so we can move on to the second game. What do you think, guys? Let's hear it. That's what we do with these live streams, with the dead balls. You guys vote on players of the game. Very seldom do I overrule because, contrary to popular belief, there is a lot of common sense in my chat rooms. We'll give it another 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm thinking we're going to go with Ty Cobb, player of the game. Ty Cobb. He's getting it. We're going to game 2. Fix that right there. Make sure it's close, but it looks good. And as of right now, that means the White Sox are 7 and 12. Definitely way out of it, and they are now in the cellar. Detroit is 9 and 8. Detroit needs another win. They don't need to give this one up to... Do not need to give it up to the White Sox. They need to take this one home. So let us see. Suggs. I don't want that. Hold on. That's what I want right there. All righty. Had to fix the setting. So Suggs comes out. Ed Summers will be on the hill for the Tigers in game 2 of this doubleheader. Dickie Kerr on the hill right now for the White Sox. Let's blast this one out. Donnie Bush leading off 2-7, grounder to short. That is out number 1. Wahoo Sam Crawford at the plate. Kerr's pitch, 6-10, flies out to center, 2 away. Ty Cobb at the plate, the right fielder. 4-3, goes down swinging at the knee cheese. Tigers retired in order. We go to the bottom of the first. Willett got a vote for player of the game. Sorry, Kenny, though. We already got Cobb in there, you know. I'm sorry. And Cobb was an either-or with Willett. Sorry about that. 1-8, Eddie Collins leading off. And rolls a 1, leads off with a double. Fast man on second base for the White Sox, Bucky Weaver. 2-7 facing Ed Summers, and that is ground ball to short. 2-7. They're going to check Collins at second base, get Weaver at first. That is 1 away. Shoeless Joe Jackson. 5-7, grounder to second. X. Delahanty's at 2 with a 9, and he's able to check Collins at second and get over to Jones for out number 2. And Eddie Collins still standing on second base, wondering, guys, when are you going to get me across the plate here? Chick Gandil, first baseman, 3-6, RBI single. White Sox go up 1-0. Score their first run in the bottom of the first, just like in the last game. Hap Felsch, man on first. Summers with the pitch. 1-7, lines out to third. So we go to the top of the second inning. 1-0 White Sox, just like the last game. George Moriarty, third baseman, leading off. Dickie Kerr on the hill for the White Sox. 2-6, a liner hard to second base. Well played by Eddie Collins. 1 out. Tom Jones, first baseman. Pardon the error. Grounds out to short. Risberg to Gandil. That is 2 away. Oscar Stanage facing Dickie Kerr. The pitch off Kerr's card. Hard grounder hit to Gandil. He trots over and forces Stanage at first. No runs scored for the Tigers, unlike the last game. Who won game 1? The Tigers exploded with 3 in the top of the 9th, and the White Sox were unable to come back, Jerry. So the Tigers are now 9-8, keeping pace with the leaders. Chicago drops to 7-12, most certainly out. We go to the bottom of the second. White Sox have a 1-0 lead. Nemo Leibold, right fielder, facing Ed Summers. 5-4 on Summers' card. Fly ball to center field. X. That will be Crawford. Eddie 2 with a 15, and that is a single and an error. Third time in this doubleheader that a 2-rated outfielder, Crawford or Cobb. That was Crawford, wasn't it? 5-4 center field. Yeah, so E8. Or McIntyre, for that matter, have rolled at 15 on an X result. So we have a man on second. 4-4, Nemo Leibold off Summers' card. 4-8, rather, and that is going to be a single, an RBI single. Leibold is going to score from second on the play. At this point, not an earned run. No outs, though. Ray Schock, catcher, facing Ed Summers. Schock screwed it up again. I didn't move him. Got to redo Schock's at bat. Here we go. The whiteout jokes will start. Single. E8. Ray Schock is at the plate. Let's just redo it. 1-5. Fly ball to center field. 1 away. Yes, the whiteouts. I mean, the White Sox are going to get the split. Okay. Sweet Risberg, man on second for 7, goes down swinging, strike 3, and now Leibold. Well, Leibold could still be an earned run if 3 bases worth of base hits come up. For 12, Dickie Kerr facing Ed Summers. Nope, grounder to first, and that will end the inning. Oh, well, no runs scored. Come on. Uh-oh, whiteout. That's right, Jerry. Here we go. Start the wisecracks, whatever. I'm immune to your humor. Not really. Your words hurt. Eddie McIntyre leading off top of the third. Dickie Kerr on the hill for the White Sox, 6-5, and leads off with a single. Tigers' first base hit of the game. Jim Delahanty, second baseman. 1-8 against Kerr, draws the walk, so 2 men on, no outs, top of the third inning. That's going to bring up Ed Summers. He's going to lay down the bunt. Infield is in, preparing for it, and it's back in front of the pitcher's mound. Only able to get Summers going to first. He moves the runners up. McIntyre to third, Delahanty to second, 1 out, and Donnie Bush at the plate. IDJ, welcome to the chat, good sir. Glad you could make it this evening. 6-9, line out to second, and that's going to hold everybody pat. Brings up Wahoo Sam Crawford, center fielder, 2 outs. Top of the third, 6-9 on Kerr's card, fly ball to center, and that is going to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. The White Sox are up 1-0. Eddie Cocky Collins back to the top of the order, leading off for Chicago against Ed Summers on the hill for the Tigers. Still 1-4, pops it up behind first. Easy play for Tom Jones. That is 1 out. Bucky Weaver, third baseman. 6-3 on Summers' card, fly ball to left field X. That will be McIntyre is a 2 with a 20, and he smacks his mitt, waits for gravity to bring the ball into his glove. Out number 2. Shoeless Joe Jackson now at the plate. 4-12 on Summers' card, grounds it hard to first. Tom Jones gets to the first bag, forces Jackson out. No score, bottom of the third. We go to the top of the fourth inning. White Sox are up 1-0. Ty Cobb leading off for Detroit. 1-6. Grounds hard to short. Risberg to Gandil. 1 away. George Moriarty, third baseman, facing Dickie Kerr. 1-2. Hard liner hit at Bucky Weaver. Gets his glove in front of it. Saves the base hit. 2 down. First baseman Tom Jones. 3-7. And he gets the high on the split for the single. It's not unusual. Yep. Oscar Stanage, catcher, facing Dickie Kerr. 2 outs, top of the fourth. 5-11 on Kerr's card. Grounder to first. X. Gandil is a 1 with an 8. And he gets to first base. Gets Stanage out. No runs scored for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Chick Gandil leading off against Ed Summers. Starter still on the hill for the Tigers. 5-6. Ground ball to second base will be Delahanty at a 2 with a 4. Scoops it up over to Tom Jones. That is 1 out. Next up, Hat Felsch, center fielder. 5-5. Pops it up behind Tom Jones. Gets underneath it and makes play on the routine pop out. Nemo Leibold, right fielder. 6-8 on Summers' card. Pops it up behind first. Jones smacks his mitt. Makes the play again. 9 batters in a row retired by Ed Summers and the Tigers. We go to the top of the fifth. Your score is 1-0 Chicago. Take this moment to pause. Acknowledgements and announcements. ID Jester is in the chat room, a great friend of the channel. He's got his own YouTube channel. Check him out. A lot of PC RPG stuff. He's also got some cards and dice tabletop games that he has adapted rather maniacally and ingeniously, may I add, to be able to be shown as screen capture on his PC. Really inventive YouTuber. Check out his channel, ID Jester. Fantastic channel. And also, to enjoy this game and all the other games made by this company, strat-o-matic, go to www.strat-o-matic.com. Cards and dice, and also PC versions of baseball, football, basketball, hockey. Check them out for games and in-print card sets. www.strat-o-matic.com. Top of the fifth, Matty McIntyre. 5-11 ground ball first X. Gandil is a 1 with a 9. He makes the play. One down. Jim Delahanty facing Dickie Kerr, still on the hill for the White Sox. 6-6 on Kerr's card. Fly ball to left field. Shoeless Joe Jackson gets underneath that, close to the foul line. Out number 2. Ed Summers at the plate. 2-11 hard grounder hits the second. Eddie Collins scoops it up, gets it over to Chick Gandil. Out number 3. Scoreless are the Tigers after 5. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Ray Schock and the White Sox. That's right, Strat commercial break. Ray Schock and the White Sox with a 1-run lead facing Ed Summers of the Tigers. Schock, 6-10 on Summers' card, leads off the inning with a single. Swede Risberg, shortstop. He's going to lay down the bunt and does a good job of it. That is a 3-4 sack. Advances Schock to second base. Brings up Dickie Kerr. Dickie Kerr is going to lay down the bunt and not do it. 2-5. On with a fielder's choice. Kerr on first, 2 outs. Eddie Collins. I'm out of my hands. Dice. Ed Summers' card. 5-6. Fly ball to right field. And that is going to put the screws to the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Top of the order for the Tigers, Donnie Bush. I say nice things about you at the end. I saved the best for last, Kenny, Jerry, everybody else. I saved the best for last. You know it. Live with it. Here. White out. Talk amongst yourselves. Top of the 6th. Donnie Bush leads off, and I dropped the white die. That is E. Strat Delaware. I got a backup. Donnie Bush, 3-6 off his own card, and leads off with a single. He is going to be held by Ray Schock. Takes him to a 1-13. He is going to attempt to steal second and do so, rolling that 4. Now the Tigers have some business here. Top of the 6th. Sam Crawford at the plate will be swinging. 3-7. Grounder hit to first base. Gandil is able to check Bush at second. And he gets it to Eddie Collins covering on the play. Out number 1. Ty Cobb comes up. 6-9. Line out to second. That is 2 away. George Moriarty. 2-6. Lines out to second. Tigers cannot get a run across. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the order pretty much for the White Sox. Bucky Weaver leading off, followed by Joe Jackson and Chick Gandil. Bucky Weaver, 5-7 off Ed Summers' card. Still on the hill for the Tigers. Grounder to second X. Delahanty's a 2 with a 1. That'll be a single. Bucky Weaver is on base. Shoeless Joe Jackson, 351, is going to swing. 4-7. And he goes down swinging at the knee cheese. Chick Gandil, first baseman. He is swinging as well. 2-8. High on the split base clearing triple. Second run scored for the White Sox. Second RBI for Chick Gandil. 1 out, and Gandil is 90 feet away from becoming run number 3, possibly spoiling any momentum the Tigers might have going into the rest of this week. Tigers have one more series. This is the final game for the 1919 Chicago White Sox. This is all they're going to have in this dead ball league, this game right here. Hap Felsch, they'd like to end it on an up note. 3-5, Felsch walks. Man at the corners, 1 away. Ed Summers still on the hill. Nemo Leibold, 4-12, grounder to first. Unable to get the jump on Felsch. Deep enough in the infield, no chance for Gandil. They get Leibold going to first. That is 4-12. We'll call that a 3-1 RBI. Gandil scores. And 3-1, 3-0 White Sox. Ray Schalk at the plate. 2 outs. Man on second. The pitch from Summers. 4-11 strikeout. Gets him swinging at a breaking ball in the dirt. White Sox score 2. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Tigers are down 3 runs. Can they do this? Tom Jones, first baseman, leading off against Dickie Kerr. 2-9, leads off with a single, his second base hit of the game. Dickie Kerr pitching a very good baseball game, better than his last outing. 5-3 off Kerr's card, third base X. Weaver is a 2 with a 19. Roll it again. He's a 2 with a 9. And they are able to double up on Jones. 5-4-3. Weaver, Collins, Gandil. Tigers cannot get anything going. Oh, Super Sport got booted. Everything okay? It wasn't anything we did, I don't think. Just dropped it, I guess. I don't know. But glad you're back, man. White Sox scored 2 in the bottom of the 6th. Let's finish this, and then we will go over that scoring just in case you missed it. Matty McIntyre, 2 outs. Top of the 7th, fly ball to right field, and that ends the inning. So we will go to the bottom of the 7th in a moment. Bottom of the 6th, Bucky Weaver led off with a single, then Joe Jackson struck out, then Chick Gandil, base-clearing triple, 2-0 White Sox. Hap Felsch drew a walk, man at the corners. Nemo Leibold, deep ground ball to Gandil at first, Tom Jones at first, unable to make a play home or to second, so he gets Leibold going to first. Felsch goes to second, Gandil scores 3-0, and then Ray Schalk strikes out to end the inning. All right, so that's what happened there. It is 3-0 Chicago, hoping to spoil the Tigers in their final game. Their final game of this series here at the Old Ball Game. Bottom of the 7th, Swede Risberg going to be leading off. Ed Summers still on the hill, but on a very short leash, I think. 2-4. Probably won't make it much past this inning because he'll be due up to bat in the top of the 8th. Risberg, 2-4, hard grounder hit to short. That is 1 away. Brings us to Dickie Kerr. He's going to stay in. 2-7. Goes down swinging. That is 2 outs. Eddie Cocky Collins, second baseman. 4-3 on Summers' card. Draws a walk. Bucky Weaver facing Summers. 4-12. Grounds out to first. Call that a 3-4. No runs scored for the White Sox. We go to the top of the 8th, near the bottom of the order for the Tigers. Jim Delahanty, leadoff batter. Dickie Kerr still on the hill, starting pitcher for the White Sox. 4-9 on Kerr's card. Grounder to second. That is 1 away. And they are going to send in a pinch hitter in the 8th inning for starter Ed Summers. Da-dee-da-dee-da. So let's make that mark right there. Pick our starting pitcher in a relief pitcher in a moment. Who is going to have the pinch hitting honors? Davy Jones always comes in. Let's get catcher Heine Beckendorf in here. Backup catcher Heine Beckendorf. So Summers is done. Beckendorf, pinch hitter. He is a 1-9. He is an E stealer. Dickie Kerr with the pitch. 4-9 on Kerr's card. Grounder hit to second. That is out number 2. And Beckendorf will be out. Donnie Bush, shortstop, facing Kerr. 4-3 on Kerr's card. Strikeout. That is out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Tigers have a new pitcher. That new pitcher being Ed Killian. Summers went 7. 7.0. Killian is coming in. Joe Jackson leading off, bottom of the 8th. 1-7 against Ed Killian off Jackson's card. Leads off with a single. Chick Gandil, heart of the order up for the White Sox in this inning. 4-8 on Killian's card. Low on the split. Hard liner to second base. Easy play there for Jim Delahanty. Brings us to Hap Felsch, 1 away. He's going to swing 1-8. That is going to be a pop out to second base. Delahanty makes easy work tracking over and catching the pop up. Nemo Leibold, right fielder. 2-6, draws a walk to extend the inning. Jackson moves up to second base. Brings us to catcher Ray Shaw. 3-8, and that is an RBI single, able to score Jackson from second. Moves Leibold to third. Another run across the plate for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 8th. Swede Risberg, shortstop. 2 outs. Killian's card, 4-7. Ground ball to second base X. Delahanty is a 2 with a 12. And he scoops it up, gets it over to Jones. Out number 3. White Sox add an insurance run. It is 4-0 going to the top of the 9th inning. Do or die for the Tigers. Dickie Kerr, the young pitcher, hurling a shutout against the Detroit 9. Wahoo Sam Crawford, heart of the order is up. Kerr, 4-8 off his own card. Fat single split, and Crawford misses it, rolling a 20 on the D20. Lines out to first. That is 1 out. Ty Cobb. 5-8 on Kerr's card. Pops it up to shortstop, and Cobb is 0 for 4. Dickie Kerr not giving him anything. 2 outs. Top of the 9th. This is it. All the beans. George Moriarty, third baseman. Kerr looks into shock. Gets the pat on the right thigh, looking to go outside. Here's the pitch to Moriarty. 5-3. Ground ball hit to third. Moriarty reached for it. Snapped his bat hard. And that's going to be Weaver at a 2 with a 5. Weaver lunges for it, gets it, rolls up onto his knees, throws it over to Gandil, out number 3, and that is the end of the game. White Sox split the doubleheader. Fantastic ball game. That is it for the White Sox in this league. They finished the season at 8-12. Boom. Grab Killian's card. We'll do some stats here momentarily. Oh, yeah, game MVP, Dickie Kerr. Anytime one of these guys throws a shutout, there's not really much conversation involved at all. I mean, that pitcher just, boom, gets it. Because the pitchers get player of the game a lot in the dead ball league. Oh, goodness, here we go. Your final score. And the Tigers will move to 10-8, and they are currently 2 back on Pittsburgh. And the best they can do is tie Philadelphia. If Philadelphia loses both of the games coming in. Chicago is out. They are 8-12. But your final score of this game, Chicago scores 4 runs, Detroit none. 1 error for Detroit, Sam Crawford, none for Chicago. Let's get the stats. Donnie Bush is 1 of 4, stolen base, strikeout. Sam Crawford 0 for 4, Ty Cobb 0 for 4, Moriarty 0 for 4, Tom Jones 2 of 3. 0 for 3, Oscar Stanage. This is really looking good for Kerr. Matty McIntyre, 1 of 3. 0 for 2, Jim Delahanty with a walk. Ed Summers, 0 for 1 with a sacrifice hit. And Beckendorf, 0 for 1. That is a 4-hit shutout for Dickie Kerr. Complete game. Shutout, win, 4 hits, no runs, no earned runs, strikeout, and a walk. Old-fashioned dead ball pitching right there. Absolutely. Yeah, player of the game. Go no further. Boom, boom. Let's get White Sox batting. We have got Eddie Collins, 1 for 3, runs scored, a double, a walk. Bucky Weaver is 1 of 4, runs scored. Shoeless Joe Jackson is 1 of 4, runs scored, and a strikeout. Chick Gandil, 2 of 4, with a run scored, 2 runs batted in, a triple. Hap Felsch 0 for 3 with a walk. Nemo Leibold 0 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Ray Schock is 2 of 4. Run batted in, strikeout. Swede Risberg 0 for 3. Sacrifice hit and a strikeout. And Dickie Kerr 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So that is going to put Killian pitched 1 inning. X's there. So Summers with the loss. Killian gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 1, no strikeouts, no homers. So that means, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits for the White Sox. That means 5 of those hits were Summers. 3 of those runs were his responsibility and yielded by him. Walks, 3 team walks. So 2 are Summers. 4 team strikeouts. They're all Summers. No home runs. So there you go right there. Your final score, splitting the twin bill. The White Sox win game 2, score of 4-0. High drama in the dead ball league. And here in a little while, maybe about 9 o'clock, I'm going to roll. Maybe quicker than that. Maybe I'll just step away, come back here, set the game up. But I'm going to roll 2017 Strat Advanced Side, Dodgers at Royals, for Derek Dodgers Royals fans. So be looking for it after 8:30, maybe a little closer to 8:45. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for being in the chat. We mentioned ID Jester earlier, Jerry Ball and Kenny Castro, fantastic longtime friends of the channel. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming. Super Sport 22,000. Good to see you, Derek Dodgers Royals fan, for whom the next game is going to be played. Oh, do. There may have been some. Oh, that pretty much covers everybody that was in the chat this evening. But guys, I really do appreciate you coming and spending a part of your evening with me. It was baseball. It's hard to get it wrong. I mean, how can you beat baseball and whiteout? Guys, this is Chris, strat-o-matic, Delaware. I will see you shortly with the Dodgers Royals game using the new 2017 advanced side cards. Guys, have a good evening. If I don't see you later, take it easy and keep on rolling.